Greetings and salutations. So, for many of us, we are experiencing one of the darkest chapters in our existence. Truthfully, there is light at the end of the tunnel. The challenge is, how do we weather the storm before we get to that light? You know, just recently I had to pick up my son from school one afternoon. And as I went out to open the gate to drive out, I realized that the clouds are gathering and the threat of rain was very imminent. So I hurriedly did what I had to do and was on my way. But whilst I was driving, the place started getting darker and darker. And so, if you know me, I started driving faster and faster. Now I was going to UTEC, and when I reached on the top of Old Hope Road, heading towards Papine, I saw one of the most amazing sights. Amidst the darkness and the gloom and the drizzle that has started, I saw a most beautiful sight. Yeah, the sight of a rainbow. It's all its splendor and majesty. It just brought this contrast to all the drizzle and the darkness that surrounded it. And you know, as we go through this COVID-19 saga, I am mindful of Noah and what it must have been like for him. Having endured the flood, being in the ark for almost 1 year, can you imagine that? And then upon exit, can you imagine when he saw dark clouds again surrounding him? What must have crossed his mind? Is there going to be another devastating flood? But then God made a promise, a covenant, and sealed it with the sign of the rainbow. And he said to Noah, and it was by extension, that sign of the rainbow is the mark of my covenant, that as long as night and day exists and humanity exists on planet Earth, I will never destroy the earth again with a flood. There are a number of lessons to be learned from that. The first thing is that the rainbow is a sign of hope. It tells you that your God is ever with you. He is your protector. And he has no intention of destroying you. The other thing that I'd like to tell you is that the rainbow is prettiest and brightest when it is darkest. Have you ever seen a rainbow in the sun? A rainbow appears when it is dark and gloomy, when it is setting up for rain to come, or after we have had some showers, then you will see the sign of the rainbow. The rainbow tells you that God is still in charge and that the promises that he has made, he will be faithful to those promises. So I just want to encourage you today as we navigate this dark chapter of life to look for the rainbow. And the rainbow may come in different forms. It may come in just a promise from the word of God. It might come through just a sheer encouragement from a friend or family member. A good deed done to you or you doing to somebody else. What I can say to you though, do not miss the rainbow. Always recognize the sign of the rainbow. You know, I've been penning this little song, you know, for the past couple of weeks. I look to the rainbow. Yeah? Look to the rainbow. It's a sign God is ever with you. Say, look to the rainbow. It's a sign God will never destroy you. Look to the rainbow. Whoa. It's a sign there'll be a brighter tomorrow. Say, look to the rainbow. It's a sign. It's a sign of hope. Everybody nowadays just a living in fear. Every morning you wake up, be bad news you hear. The world in a crisis, people losing their lives. But me keep me hope in the Father. I keep me eye on the prize and look to the rainbow. It's a sign God is ever with me. Say, look to the rainbow. Yeah. It's a sign God will never destroy you. Look to the rainbow. It's a sign there'll be a brighter tomorrow. Say, look to the rainbow. Yeah. It's a sign. It's a sign of hope.